This is Luke's Dreamworld, Relax Sunday, part 53. Hey everybody and welcome back. Today you can watch all the episodes of Luke's Dreamworld, part 53, and I hope you enjoy them. Have fun. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Brain Food Monday, part 53. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote. It's from Peter Diamandis. Space is an inspirational concept. It allows you to dream big. Well, I have to admit that today I'm not talking about the universe or space as we know it from the stars and the moon and the sun, but I need some hard disk space. So I bought a new external hard drive because I really needed the space for sure. It feels a bit like hoarding because although I keep for example, my house as tidy as possible and I don't try to have that much stuff, it seems that on my computer it clutters. I have a lot of files and I really needed some new space. I will explain how it works for me. I have a PC and that's a work PC to create music on, and I have a PC that it's for working with video, and they both had quite some space for sure, hard disk space, about 4 terabyte, but it seems that it's full because I'm downloading some instruments or some sounds, or I'm creating music for example, and then I'm gonna record it, and that takes space also. I have to find out a way to clean it, but until now I wanted to save all the recordings. But I have to think about it. But what I needed for sure was a bit more space, so I bought an external hard drive, a 6 terabyte. It's big and it's from Western Digital. It's my book, and hopefully it will help me this time to have created some more space to store everything. I give you an example. I was swapping my music files onto the video PC, and then the video PC got full, so I thought, well, this is not a real good way to work, so I needed a real new hard disk, and that's what I bought, and hopefully it works for me now. I guess it will. It took some time to swap the files onto the new disk also, because it was a lot of data for sure. But now I can work with it, and I have some news because there is a new version for my DAW, my music DAW, Cubase 12. I found it out because it seems that it's pirated already. That's okay with me. I bought it and I want to install it, but I'm gonna wait because I'm still working on a track and I wanna finish it. I'm working on the track In My Heart, and I have to tape some of the lyrics again, and that's what I'm gonna do today, and I will talk about it tomorrow because I'm gonna see if I can try different microphones and see if they sound maybe better or not. I have a microphone, it's a Rode NT2, and I'm gonna use an AKG C3000 and a Rode NT1A, and they say it's a very good mic to record some of the lyrics of the voices, so I'm gonna try it and see if it works for me. So I'm gonna tell you about it tomorrow on the Positive Tuesday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld, Positive Tuesday, part 53. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with the quote. It's from Carrie Mullins. I love a microphone and a big crowd. I'm an entertainer, I guess. Well, maybe that's what I am as well. But first I have to create some tracks, and I'm working on it. I told you yesterday that I was trying some microphones, or wanted to try some microphones. I've almost finished my track In My Heart. It will be released in May 4th, 2022. And well, there are some things that I would like to try. For example, I have 3 different kind of microphones. It's a Rode or Rode, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, and NT2, and I have a Rode NT1A, and someone borrowed me an AKG 3000C, and that's a condenser microphone as well. You have to put it on some voltage, 48 volt, and then they work for you. I'm gonna try them because I have almost finished my track, but there's also it's an experiment. I would like to see what kind of microphone works best for me. So I have tried them all, and what I did was I sung the whole song, and then I listened to the 3 microphones, and to me it seems that the 2 Rhodes which I own are suitable for my voice. The NT2 is the best. I can hear it, it's more sprunkling, and the HKG 3000C, C3000 is a bit less. I made a mistake with it because I turned it around by mistake. There was a label on the front side and I didn't see it. There were some kind of leverages on the back side, so I used it wrong first, but then I changed it and I tried it in different ways. I tried it with a bit of a distance, and I tried it closed miking, and to me it sounded a bit harsher than the other microphones. So now I know that I have to use my own microphones for sure, and like I tell you, the NT2 is the best for me. And those are kinds of experiments I really enjoy, because then I know what's the best for my voice. And as I tell you, I'm almost finished and I still have some time to experiment, and that's good. Although I have to be very carefully, because sometimes you get too far and then I can ruin the track. Although the instrumental version is good, I know it sounds great, but sometimes I have a bit of a difficulty with my voice and I wanted to sound right, and you have to hear it very clearly and it shouldn't be muddy. And that's the thing that I have to learn. Although it's going well, and I have, I guess with the last song, I think it's a good track, and I think that my voice will come out clear. As I told you, I now have 2 versions, the one with the microphones and sung in one time, and I have the version that I prepared, and I'm not sure yet which one I'm gonna use, because to my surprise, the one with the 2 mics, the 2 Rhodes mics together sounds very well, and you can hear it on the intensity while I'm singing. You can hear that it's one track. It's when I create my tracks, I sing, for example, the verse, and then I do it several times, and then I take the chorus and record it several times. But still you can hear it's a different recording, it's a different intention. So I have to listen very carefully and see which version I'm gonna take. But as I told you, it will be released for sure, and I'm very proud that I made it until now. Well, this was my Tuesday, my positive Tuesday, with some positive news about my track. And I hope to see you tomorrow on the Inspiration Wednesday. and I'm gonna talk about eating too much cake. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inspiration Wednesday, part 53. Hey everybody and welcome back. I will start with a quote. It's from Mary Berry. Cake is healthy too. You just eat a little slice. Well, that depends, because I was at a meeting about new buildings. They're going to build a new neighborhood, and I'm not really involved, but it was information, and I'm always interested in self-sustainable living and see if you can create houses that are durable as well. So I was curious what they were gonna build, so I went to the meeting, and it was nice, and they served some cakes. They call it petit four. It's a little nut kind of cupcake. It's really a pastry, small but so delicious. And at the end of the information meeting, there was we could have a drink and some snacks, and they had some of those pastries left. And there's a thing with catering. They have a regulation that when some of the food is left over, they are not allowed to take it. They have to throw it away. So I thought, well, that's a waste of those little pastries. But there's another rule as well. They aren't allowed to give it away to the people. So you have to eat it right in the place. So what I did was I just tasted all sorts of them. There were 5 sorts. So I tasted 5 of them. They were really delicious. I got a bit nauseous for sure. So a bit of a high blood sugar, I guess. And it wasn't a small piece of cake anymore, because when you take 5 of them, I can assure you it's a bit too much. But although I really enjoyed it, and hopefully the waiters took some of the pastry just out of the rules because for their family, because they are very delicious and it would be a real waste to throw them away. So this was about eating too much cake. So the next day what I did was I punished myself, and I didn't eat until I went to the little restaurant I told you about, the neighborhood restaurant, and they had fish and chips. I don't know if it's a real healthy meal, although if you don't take it that much, it's not a problem. To me, it's not. So it was about my diet this week, and I have to be careful for sure, but this was a sin, and I'm on my regular diet again. So I won't take any pastry for about 4 weeks. I told you I better leave it, but sometimes it's so tempting, so I would like to have a little bit of something that is nice, and I use it as a treat as well. Sometimes when I've done something I didn't really enjoy it, I can treat myself, and I have to be careful, I know, but there are some exceptions to the rules to me. So this was about the pastry, the petit four, and I told you about the track I'm creating, and I told you when I'm doing too much it can be very tempting but also very dangerous for the track. And something happened, and I don't know what, but when I listened to the last version, something was missing in the beginning. With one of the instruments there was a kind of reverb missing, and I don't know what I did wrong, and I was listening to the sound of the voice and I wasn't really satisfied, so I stopped and I went back to an earlier version, and I tweaked that one just a little, and I guess I have the track I want right now. Today I'm gonna listen to it a bit more to know if I'm right, because I always listen a lot to some tracks, maybe 10 times, and if it's not irritating me, I know it's a good track. And this is the way I work. So this is what I'm gonna do. Then I have to create some extensions, an external version and an original mix. It sounds a bit strange because I always start with a kind of the short mix. It's the radio mix, and then I know I have the track, and then I work on it a bit more and I extend it a bit. And I'm gonna create 3 versions of it. One is the original mix. It will durate about 4 minutes, and then I have the radio mix. It's a little bit less than 3 minutes, and then I have the extended mix, and I will extend it with some drums, because then it's suitable for DJs, and that will be the extended mix. And I told you it will be released on May 4th, so I still have to do some work, but I guess I'm gonna make it. So well, this was my Inspirational Wednesday. I hope to see you tomorrow on the Lifehack Thursday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Lifehack Thursday, part 53. Hey everybody, welcome back. I have a quote for you. It's from Winston Churchill. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. And the topic today is change of plan. And I'm gonna tell you what happened, because I'm working on a track and I told you then I listen to the track, and if it's irritating me, then something is wrong. And it happened. It was with the verse. I didn't like the melody of. So what I did was I tried to create a new version, and I started with a deep voice, and I almost couldn't recognize my own voice. It was funny, and it was a different melody, but then I came up with another plan, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something with a voice, and I had some sentences I wanted to get into the lyrics as well. And what I did was I used auto-tune. I told you I don't like to use auto-tune on my voice, because then it sounds not natural. People use it to correct the pitch and see if they are in key, but this time I use it as an effect. And what I did was I just said it was about the track In My Heart, and it's I keep you in my heart, and that's what I did. I just told I keep you in my heart, and then I pitched it down 4 octaves, and then you get something like that. I keep you in my heart, and that's what I used. And it was funny, and I used it on the verse as well. So I kind of just not rap, but just it's kind of spoken words. And I did the lyrics from the verses, and then I looked if I could use it, and it was okay, but it still was a bit, it wasn't good, and I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I left the original version in the background, so you hear the deep voice spoken word of the verses, and you hear me singing in the background as well. And I thought it was a great thing to do. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but maybe it's something new. And I guess it's a creative process as well, and I think it fits the song. So this is how I'm gonna work, and this is how it sounds now. And I'm almost finished. I created a different kind of tracks. I created an original mix and an extended mix and a radio mix and some instrumentals from it. and I almost wanted to change one of the instruments, which I did more or less because when I listened to it I thought it was too busy and I wanted to create some more balance, so that's what I did, and I guess I'm finished now. So no more change of plans and go for it, and tomorrow the track will be at the distribution, and in my heart the track will be finished and I can work on something else. But today I still have to work on it. I have to improve some little tiny things, and I have to create some masters and some administration, as you know, with music as well. So that's what I'm going to do today, and still listen to it a few times, so I'm very sure that everything is okay, and I'll be fine if it's tomorrow at the distribution. And I have to send it to the music rights organizations as well, so they have a duplicate and they can fingerprint it, so my rights are saved as well. Well, this was about the track In My Heart. I'm very pleased that it's finished, so now I can get moving on with some other tracks, and as I told you, I have some new tracks already, so I'm excited. But this was the Live at Thursday, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the Healthy Friday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Healthy Friday. Part 53. Hey everybody, and welcome back. This day I take the topic Tiny Me, and I will start with the quote. It's from Yoko Ono. You may think I'm small, but I have a universe in my mind. And today I was outside in the sun, and I was dancing, and don't tell anyone because that's a little secret. I was playbacking the tracks I heard, and I had fun, and I was exercising, and I would be ashamed if someone would see me, but to me it was nice, it was relaxing. But also a bit of philosophy, because I thought about how small I am compared to the sun. The sun that's giving his energy, and it's miles away. It's about 1 million times bigger than the earth. It will vanish in about a billion years, some billion years. But even if you look at those billion years, well, what's a billion years? It's like not to oversee. So what I thought was, well, I'm so tiny. I'm really small. And maybe that's not a good attitude for an artist. And maybe I should consider to shine as the sun. And I'm working on it, but there are some things that I think that are okay when you are a bit small and humble, and I don't like a big ego, since I know that I'm just learning, and maybe that's what life's about. I'm not sure, but I'm enjoying life as well, especially when I'm outside and having some fun and have a lunch and take a break. Well, the track In My Heart is finished, and I have downloaded a new DAW, the new Cubase Pro 12. So I have some work to do, because there's a learning curve for sure. All new features I have to learn, and well, that's what I'm gonna do. But I have to tell you something, that I almost made a very big mistake, and I hope you're not gonna tell all those juicy channels about it. And if you promise it to me, I will tell you about it tomorrow on the Inside Saturday. Hope to see you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld. Inside Saturday, part 53. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I talk about a big mistake I made, but I will start with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Freedom is not worth having it if it not includes the freedom of making mistakes. And I told you I made a huge mistake, but I was able to correct it. And probably you will think I'm a bit stupid, and maybe I'm dyslexic. I don't know, I'm not sure. But the H behind me is there because I almost had a heart attack. So I had to use a helicopter emergency and get me to a hospital, because when I was almost releasing the track in my heart, I found out that I misspelled the word heart. I had put an H behind it. And I know it's stupid, but things happens. And I looked at it and I thought, well, it's hearth, but what does it mean? It means hearth, like for the fire, the fireplace. And now you can see that if you put an H behind the heart, it has a totally different meaning, and that's what's happening in the English language. And that's what makes it quite difficult for not native speakers, and that's why I made this mistake probably, but I happily could correct it, and that was nice. The way I correct my language, especially not when I'm talking right now, sometimes I stumble on it and I hackle and I don't know what to say because I'm improvising and I want it to be one take. So that's why sometimes there's a bit of confusion, or I'm not sure what I want to tell, or I'm not sure how I'm going to tell it. That's a little secret as well. Don't tell the UC channels. But I was able to create the new version of my artwork, and I was able to correct the misspelled heart on the tracks, and even everywhere I had misspelled it in the information that I would like to send to the press. So it was a relief that I found this mistake and I could correct it. And the way I correct my spelling is by I use some apps. I use a spelling control, I use a grammar control, and even sometimes plagiate. I'm correcting it. Plagiate. I guess it's the good pronunciation. And those apps can even rephrase the sentences I created. Because I told you that I sometimes borrow some inspiration sentences when I have to create a description for my track, because that's for me the hardest part. If I would get a team, this is the one thing I would send out to someone else for sure. Someone who's better in the English language and better in writing those texts for the description of music. But until now I have to do it on my own. So there's a probability that I make mistakes, and I'm fine with it. So now you know. Hopefully you're not laughing about it. And when you do, okay, I have a bit of a word for you. I told you about plagiarism. In Dutch it's pronounced plagiaat. Try to pronounce that with a hard G in it. Then you know. Okay, well, this was my Inside Saturday. I hope to see you tomorrow on the Relax Sunday. See you there. Bye. This is Luke's Dreamworld Relax Sunday, part 53. Hey everybody, I hope you liked part 53 of Luke's Dreamworld, and I will end with a quote. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. And it's a quote from Albert Einstein. I hope to see you next week in part 54 of Luke's Dreamworld. See you there. Bye.